I want us to envision variables
what was I explaining?
as
Okay, so
objects. We're talking about the use of
and when
tables.
you call them objects,
Means they're more
and
of a container. So you want to have some element.
why it's important.
All these elements, you want them to be
And
accommodated
table basically they're just
in an
meant to
object
help you
called
understand
X.
how what informations are in
As
your
much
data.
as
So they're more like
we're talking about the same thing,
and if you look at the customers,
but your
you can say
mindset
this
should
company
start
has
shifting
4
from
customers.
just
You know, the
the primary research
and tequila.
work to
If
now
you look at
working with
products,
objects.
the company deals with
One of the
bottles,
main
ice
concepts in
cubes, soft
programming
drinks,
is
and
the
tonic.
use of variables.
So you can do that all the way to the end if
Or
you want
sometimes
to
we
take
refer
on
to
regions.
object-oriented programming. And these are your best friends.
You can say we have Africa, Asia, Europe, and so forth. So this is the first point. Familiarize yourself with that data before you even say you want to answer question. Okay, and
start getting tough information. And now this is what represents your data. So let's say you want to have a variable and you want the variable to be named X. And there is if you recall, we said the reason why we're using Python actually is one of the simple language or the closest language to human logic. So if I wanted to assign an object X to have an element 5, I will just equate X with 5. If I execute that, I'm not getting an error. But the best practice is if you always want to see an object that you have created, you have no choice but to call it. So first, let's talk about different types of objects that are there. Or we can talk about data types because we say these objects are the ones which contains the data. So what types of data are there? One, we have data types that are referred as numeric, and we'll say all objects that contain elements that are numbers. They fall under numeric. So the same thing we built during our beginners class, and we said all questions that the answers you're getting are in numbers, they fall under numeric. The same case here. You need to know the objects with the data types numeric, but at this level, we will not just leave at numeric. You'll have to understand that numeric can be split into 3. One, we have what we call integers. 2, we have what we call floats. And 3, we have what we call booleans. So let's understand this. And the data types or the types of objects or variables that you'll be creating, we have what we call numeric data types. And with numeric data types, you can further split it into integers, floating points, and lastly, boolean. Apart from numerics, you also have what we call string data types. And string data types are now those objects that have alphabetic characters. So if you have an object or a variable y, and y contains names of participants, then you'll say y is a string variable or object. The last part, we have what we call complex. So we have numeric strings and complex. Because it's very rare to use complex, but you can say complex data are data that have both numeric